Hey, welcome to Cruise Industry News, Volume 28 for May the 7th, 2019. I regularly post videos on all facets of the cruise and travel industry, including the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, and chilly chats, and of course, a weekly episode of Cruise Industry News. If you'd like to keep up with any of those, just hit the little subscribe button at any time during this video. This week's top story, the Vancouver Fraser Port Authority confirms that 2 Holland America cruise ships had a bit of a fender bender, I guess you might call it. The Amsterdam, while trying to dock behind the new Amsterdam, got tangled up, causing some damage to both ships. It was totally caused by the Amsterdam. However, the disembarkation procedures went scheduled as planned, and both ships were on their way. According to Holland America, it happened about 7 a.m. The Amsterdam collided with the new Amsterdam while docking stern to stern. There were no injuries reported, and the damage to the Amsterdam was minimal. However, the new Amsterdam, there were damages to 6 of their balcony cabins, which immediately went under repair. So they're back on their way, but a little fender bender in Vancouver. Royal Caribbean has announced that it is changing some of the itineraries for Allure of the Seas due to propulsion issues for the next 5 months. Basically, it will only entail changing of arrival and departure times for certain ports of call. However, some of the stops in St. Thomas have been replaced with San Juan, Puerto Rico. That's Allure of the Seas for the next 5 months. Make sure you check on your itineraries. Cruise lines continue to pour millions of dollars into their refurbishment programs, but here's one that I found a bit odd. Azamara Club Cruises, which is a boutique luxury line owned by Royal Caribbean, has announced the refurbishment of Azamara Quest, which recently went into dry dock in Singapore. The thing that's odd, they're removing the casino and replacing it with the popular The Den nightclub. I don't know. Seems like they'd lose money doing that. Princess Cruise Line has announced their 2020 to 21 schedule for the Caribbean, and it affects 4 ships, actually 5, but 4 that they've named, including the Enchanted Princess. A total of 5 ships will offer cruisers a choice of 127 departures on 15 unique itineraries ranging in length from 4 to 20 days to 24 destinations in 20 countries in the Eastern, Western, and Southern Caribbean. And the ships involved will be the Caribbean Princess, Crown Princess, Sky Princess, and the brand new Enchanted Princess. So you want to look into your Princess Cruises for 2020 and 21 in the Caribbean. The Church of Scientology cruise ship, the Free Winds, has been quarantined in St. Lucia due to an outbreak of measles on the ship. 1 case was reported, and authorities in St. Lucia says no coming ashore with measles on the ship. So they were not allowed to disembark at all in St. Lucia due to the case of measles. No information further on that and any additional cases or anything. So just the 1 ship was quarantined in St. Lucia. And finally, Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day at CoCo Key is now officially open. The new attraction represents a $250 million transformation of the line's private island in the Bahamas, including new water slides, a hot air balloon, and the Caribbean's largest wave pool. So make sure you schedule a visit to CoCo Key. That wraps up today's episode of Cruise Industry News. We regularly post videos on all facets of the cruise and travel industry, so if you'd like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, chilly chats, and the weekly episode of Cruise Industry News, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. And we'll see ya at the next episode of Cruise Industry News.